I want to get you out the door with every result from every league in under 15 minutes, so that you're more informed about what's going on in the world of sports.
Hey TJ, what's going on? I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler Sports and this is the Sport Report.
And I'm Chandler and this is Tiger Beat Sports. Welcome to a special edition of this all crazy sports newscast.
Broadcasting from somewhere in the United States.
Hit it, Blaze.
This is the Sport Report.
Wednesday, July 24th, 2019.
Hey everybody, I'm Chandler with Sports, and this is the Sport Report. It's time to get you caught up on what's happening in the world of sports. This is Top of the Order.
In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
This is Top of the Order.
Our top story comes from Target Field in Minneapolis, where the New York Yankees defeat the Minnesota Twins 14-12 in 10 innings. The Minnesota Twins led 8-2 after the fourth inning, but the Yankees offense came alive, and at the end of the ninth, it was 12-all. The Twins then allowed 2 runs in the top half of the 10th, and Aaron Hicks, with runners on base, made a game-ending diving catch in left center field to end the game and give the Yankees the victory. Aroldis Chapman, who blew the save in the 9th inning for the Yankees, it's his 5th blown save of the season, is credited with the victory in the end, as he was the most recent pitcher to be in the game when the Yankees led. He gets his 3rd win of the season. He's 3-2 now on the year. Chad Green gets his first save of the year for New York. There were 14 other games on the Major League Baseball slate, but before we get to that, let's cover Le Tour de France, Stage 16 in Nîmes. Caleb Ewan won the stage in 3 hours, 57 minutes, and 8 seconds. He's the Australian rider from Lotto Soudal. 177 kilometers, stage 16 was mostly flat. It only had one Category 4 climb, the lowest level of a climb in Le Tour de France. Later today, starting at 6:25 a.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN, it's a 200-kilometer stage from Pont de Gard to Gap. Stage 17. Le Maillot Jaune is still held by French rider Julien Alaphilippe. He leads defending Le Tour de France champion Geraint Thomas by 1 minute and 35 seconds. Alaphilippe's fellow countryman Thibaut Pinot is 1 minute and 50 seconds behind Alaphilippe. Pinot is in 4th. That covers Le Tour de France and Top of the Order. Let's head to the 14 games aside from the Yankees and the Twins on the Major League Baseball calendar.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone!
And Carlton Fisk had a lot of little boy in him right there.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it.
Touch 'em all, Joe.
Home run! Mike Piazza!
Jeter backhands from the outfield grass. Got it! Man, what a play!
Now from Major League Baseball.
Before we continue with the baseball slate, we want to mention a stat from Target Field. Didi Gregorius becomes the 5th Yankees player to go 5 for 5 with 7 RBIs in this ballgame, joining Tartabull, DiMaggio, Ruth, and Pratt. He's also the only shortstop with multiple 4-hit, 7-plus RBI games in Yankees history. Not even Derek Jeter did that multiple times. Now to the other 14 games on the Major League Baseball calendar. We'll continue at Nationals Park, where the Washington Nationals defeat the Colorado Rockies 11-1. Steven Strasburg is 13-4 with a 3.37 ERA for the Nationals, and Trey Turner hits for the cycle for the 2nd time this season, both times coming against the Colorado Rockies. He's the 3rd player in Major League history to hit for the cycle twice against a single team in a single season. He joins Christian Yelich, who did it last season against the Cincinnati Reds. Yelich plays for the Milwaukee Brewers. St. Louis Cardinals 4, Pittsburgh Pirates 3. Dakota Hudson is 10-4 with a 3.61 ERA for the Cardinals, and Chris Archer falls to 3-7 for the Pirates. A lot of extra inning games in baseball, and one of them is included at the Rogers Center in Toronto, where in 10 innings, Toronto Blue Jays 2, Cleveland Indians 1. In the bottom half of the 10th inning, Justin Smoak singled down the third base line to score Eric Sogard and the second and winning run for the Blue Jays. Ken Giles is credited with his 2nd victory of the year for Toronto. He's 2-2. In 15 innings, Philadelphia Phillies 3, Detroit Tigers 2. It was Rhys Hoskins who singled to right field to score Scott Kingery in the top half of the 15th inning, and Detroit's offense couldn't get anything going. They came into the day tied for the worst record in Major League Baseball with the Baltimore Orioles. Did the Orioles win? Yes, they did. Orioles 7, Arizona Diamondbacks 2. Dylan Bundy's 5-11 on the year for Baltimore. And now the Detroit Tigers hold the distinction of being the worst team in Major League Baseball at 30-66. Baltimore is 32-68. Texas Rangers 7, Seattle Mariners 2. Tommy Milone is 1-5 on the year for the Mariners. Rougned Odor had 2 home runs for the Rangers in this ballgame. New York Mets 5, San Diego Padres 2. Jason Vargas is 5-5 on the season as Robbie Cano hit 3 home runs in this ballgame for the New York Mets. He had to snap out of the streak somehow, someway, and he did just that. Edwin Diaz gets his 22nd save of the year for the Mets. Kansas City Royals 5, Atlanta Braves 4. Ian Kennedy gets his 18th save of the year for the Royals as the Braves offense tried to come alive, scoring a run in each of the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings, but it wouldn't be enough as they fall a run short. In 11 innings, Oakland Athletics 4, Houston Astros 3. Ramon Laureano had a go-ahead RBI double in the top half of the 11th inning. It's his 25th double of the year. Matt Olson would end up scoring the winning run on that double by Laureano. Cincinnati Reds 14, Milwaukee Brewers 6. Tanner Roark is 6-6 with a 3.95 ERA for the Reds. Zach Davies falls to 8-3 with a 3.17 ERA for the Brew Crew. Eugenio Suarez homers yet again. 3 hits and 3 RBI in this game for the Reds' third baseman. Boston Red Sox 5, Tampa Bay Rays 4. Chris Sale is 5-9 on the year. He's got a 4.00 ERA for the Red Sox. The Red Sox almost created an RBI or a Red Sox bullpen implosion yet again, but Marcus Walden, even though he walked in Tommy Pham with the bases loaded to make it 5-4 Boston, he still got the save in the end. It's his second save of the season for the Red Sox, who are doing closer by committee, and that includes a variety of 4 to 5 different pitchers on the staff. San Francisco Giants 5, Chicago Cubs 4 in 13 innings. Pablo Sandoval hit a walk-off home run that just went over left fielder Kyle Schwarber's head, and even though New York reviewed the call, it turns out that it is still Sandoval's 12th homer of the season. It's another walk-off homer for the Giants, this time against the Cubbies. Miami Marlins 5, Chicago White Sox 1. The Marlins scored 4 in the top half of the 4th inning, and that would blow the game open, and that would be the final run margin for them in this ballgame. And in the final game of the night, something that went down to the wire. It almost became a candidate for top story, but with the historical significance of Didi Gregorius and the 26 combined runs, the Twins and the Yankees were top of the order. But to finish the podcast today, the LA Angels 5, LA Dodgers 4. Felix Pena improves to 8-3 on the season. He came in for opener Taylor Cole, who only pitched an inning. Pena had 3 2/3 innings in this ball game, and the Dodgers tried to add another run in addition to the one they scored in the bottom half of the 9th, but Cody Bellinger was thrown out at home to end the game. Kenta Maeda falls to 7-7 at the 3.81 ERA for the Dodgers. That covers Major League Baseball and all of our sports today. A side note before I leave for the next week, I'm going out on assignment to NFL training camps for a couple of NFL features we look forward to doing this upcoming season. For the week that I'm gone, Sport Report All Sports correspondent Jack Esper will be in charge of the podcast. He'll be at the helm for all of your sporting news and results from the night before. Until then, Jack, the mic is yours.
That's the Sport Report for
Wednesday, July 24th, 2019.
For now, I'm Chandler.
Thanks for tuning into the Sport Report today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest in sports.
Do you want to contact Chandler Sports or members of the Sport Report team? Visit sportreportcws.com.
This podcast is copyrighted by the Sport Report for viewers to understand sports from a news reporting basis. Any other use of this podcast, Sport Report logos, or anything associated with this podcast without the express written consent of Chandler Sports is strictly prohibited.